Hello everyone, this is Patrick and I'm excited to share with you version 11 of the Golf Clash Rings Bible. In this version, I'm going to focus on the major changes to the Ring Bible. So if this is your first time seeing the tool, please watch my previous video for a more in-depth walkthrough on how to use the tool. So with that, let's get to it. The first major change that I made was to get the Rings Bible to work in both Excel and Google Sheets. On my screen here, you'll see the Excel version, and over here I have the version that works in Google Sheets. And I'll explain the minor differences between the two in a little bit. The next thing you'll see is that the bag select feature is no longer on the bag setup page. The bag select feature I've now moved to the appropriate sheets so that you can actually select the bag you want to use on the very sheet that you're using. And then the final major change that I made was actually specifically to the single club calculator sheet. As you'll see, it looks a little bit different. You now select your clubs going across the columns, whereas before they used to go down the rows. And one of the reasons I did this was that so that I could add the min, max, slider values, and the OP values for each club, regardless of which one was selected. So this way you at least have a quick view for what the rings would be in case you have driver selected, but you're really using your wood or vice versa. You at least now can see those values. The slider charts still work for the particular club that's selected. And some of the changes that I made, let me choose the wood so it shows a little bit better. With some of the changes that I made is that the rings now and the percentages, rather than stopping at 50%, now go all the way to 100%. So whether you're starting from max and you're pulling down rings, you theoretically could pull all the way down to the minimum value. And based on the rings that you pulled, you can get the amount of rings to adjust either way. Other than that, those are the major changes. The rest of these sheets still work pretty much exactly the same. So let's talk about the differences between Google Sheets and Excel. So Excel has a nice feature built in that allows me to quickly and easily select a club by using the options button. Google Sheets doesn't really have that built in, so I kind of had to script something to make it work. So it will still work the same in Google Sheets. Google Sheets, same thing. You can select the bag that you want to use, and then you can select the clubs you're interested in selecting. Here I would select, let's say, Thor's Hammer. Notice you can see there's a little bit of delay when selecting a club because there's some script behind the scenes that's running to make the selection happen. So every now and then you'll see something where these values might look a little funky while it's in the middle of doing these changes, just like you see here. But rest assured, it will, after a second or two, the values will actually show up. Other than that, both sheets pretty much work the same. I'm excited to get this new release out to you guys, and I hope you like it.